Tommy, our next guest is the wonderful Blindboy Boatclub!
Now, what the fuck are we going to talk about?
My sports commentary, man.
On what?
I'm Marty Morrissey.
You have the cut of him all right, I think.
I do, yeah.
What time is it?
I don't know.
What are you up to?
I just wrote a book. What did I do? I know it now, the rustling in the bag of the microphone. I can position my torso that way so the rustle... Was it really bad, was it?
Try it now, try it.
I get a bag rustling problem, do you know?
Yeah.
The mic...
Is it Imelda? It's weird, because I was only thinking about... the last few times I've seen you on TV and stuff, I've been blown away by your passion and intelligence. You're on fire, like...
Thank you very much.
You've stuff to be given out about, don't you?
I have a fair few things to be given out about, yeah. Trying my best, like, do you know what I mean? What I found is, like, I'm a clown, like. I'm a fucking clown.
Yeah.
And when a clown says something that...
You're fairly angry for a clown, though.
Yeah, but clowns are allowed to be angry, do you know what I mean? The things that I say are not in any way remarkable. It's just because I look like an apeshit, people listen. Whereas if I was wearing a suit, people are used to people in suits saying certain things, so you need to change the delivery of the medium, and then all of a sudden people pay attention. Like Trump is doing it in the opposite way, you know?
Dressed like a suit, but talking like a clown.
Yeah.
So, do you... am I right in thinking, do you have a degree in something?
I have a few different things. I did a master's last year in socially engaged art, which is a way of bringing art out of galleries and into the public sphere, because art has gone up its own hole. And then I studied psychology for years as well. I studied psychotherapy.
You have amazing passion, like. You're concerned about the country.
Well, absolutely. I mean, well, again, being from Limerick, Limerick's got the highest rate of suicide in the country. Limerick is still technically kind of in recession, you know, unemployment. Limerick got a fair wallop after recession, and it was mainly people my own age. So the recession would have hit when I was in my early 20s, and just half my friends went to Australia, or the other half died, and the ones that didn't die were left with severe mental health issues because of lack of support systems and the pressures of their daily life and the lack of seeing a future. So I just found myself looking at my Facebook and Twitter one day and seeing that something like 70% of kind of men under 30 in the country follow us online. I was going, all right, okay, well, how can I bring some, especially the stuff that I learned training to be a psychotherapist, how can I bring that to those people, but do it in a medium that isn't intimidating, do it with a bag on my head, do it through a bit of crack. Again, my own journey, I used to suffer unbelievable depression, anxiety, things like that, and I came out the other side of it using psychological tools. And I wouldn't mind people learning a bit of that, because a lot of it you can get through self-help.
Like what?
Cognitive behavioural therapy. That worked for me, CBT. It's if you have anxiety or depression, that you can retrain how you think, and that then will means you won't experience intensely unpleasurable emotions. And that worked for me.
It sounds like you have a lot of care then for people who are in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Because I was able to come out of it, and because I was able to come out of that, I was like, it wasn't even that difficult. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would have been. I was in a hopeless place, but because I came out of it, I'm going, Jesus Christ, why isn't this in schools? Why isn't this available to everyone, these tools? So obviously you want to proselytise it once you kind of like, I don't know, like someone who goes to AA and gets off the drink, they never shut up about AA, you know? So I'm like that now about mental health tools. The best mental health services in the country are charities, unfortunately, you know, people like PA the House. That shouldn't be the case. It should be, you should be able to go to your GP, and the GP goes, here's a counsellor there, that's on your medical card, and there's no 6-month waiting list, you can get that next week. That's the service that should exist. And then to prevent that proactively, from the ages of about 3 on up, kids should be taught basic psychological tools of how to understand and be resilient with emotions and stress, which we're not taught. And the reason that this is bordering into conspiracy theory, the reason I think in our society, in Western society in general, that we're not given these tools is because we can't be advertised to if we are completely mentally healthy. Because if you think of, I don't know, any brand, right? If you think of a bar of soap, right? When was the last time you saw an ad for a bar of soap and they're actually telling you how clean it will get you? They don't tell you how clean it'll get you. What they'll do is they'll show you photographs of beautiful people.
Yeah.
So when you buy this soap, they're trying to sell you a better version of yourself. That only works on a population that is not emotionally aware. When someone becomes emotionally aware and aware of how they're feeling, then they start buying soap for how clean it gets them. They're not going to be sold this idealised version of themselves because they're grounded enough to know that soap isn't going to make me a better person. So capitalism itself relies upon populations that aren't too self-aware. So I wonder, that's conspiracy theory stuff now, that's just me smoking too many joints. Do you know?
How did coming up to with those feelings, which are hard and overwhelming, can you talk me through discovering Blindboy and how that suddenly was it, what that felt like, where you suddenly were alone and anxious and sad and not enjoying life, and then after a process of a while, suddenly finding, Jesus, there's freedom in this, and there's a platform, and there's...
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Well, ironically, like I said, one of my issues was social anxiety. So it took putting a bag on my head to be comfortable speaking to a room full of people, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But mainly I use the bag more for my own privacy. Do you know, I'm conscious of the fact that, I just want to go to Aldi and buy toilet roll and not have people talk to me about horse outside, you know? That's about it, But, I don't know, the bag does, it allows me to express things that a human doesn't. I'm a cartoon character, I'm like Homer Simpson, you know? I don't have to account the way that a normal human with a face would.
Freedom.
Yeah, freedom, yeah.
You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Thank you.
No, you do.
Thank you.
And I'm struck by the level of care that you feel for people.
Again, there is a selfishness to it. And again, this is part of my own self-awareness, is the reason I do this and try and help other people is because it helps me sleep better at night. I go to bed going, I did something nice for somebody today, or I tried to help, therefore it helps me.
Do you mean, when you say that, do you mean an individual, or do you mean through the
an individual,
bandits
or even just putting a Facebook status up about it's something to do with mental health, and then getting nice messages from someone saying, that thing you wrote earlier helped me through today. Otherwise, I'd go up my own hole if I'm start thinking, oh, I'm only doing this for other people.
Yeah.
It's no, I'm part of my journey of mental health is having self-compassion and compassion for other people. So there is a degree of selfishness to it, but it's not the bad type of selfishness, but there's a self-centeredness to it.
Yeah. What are you like without the hat in the bag?
Do you know what? Over the years, I'm the same as I am now, to be honest. I'm not too far off, you know. I mean, the character that I have has grown a lot over the years, but I'm a lot closer now to who I actually am. Do you know? I just have the bag, like I said, for privacy. I don't want to be recognised walking down the street. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I'm sure you know the crack, you know?
There's great wisdom in your mask, for sure, yeah. And so if I met you without the mask, you'd be, it's like just a slightly calmer version of this, is it?
I'd be the exact same, I just wouldn't have a bag on my head. Do you know?
In terms of, you have beautiful eyes and a beautiful smile. Starting to sound like a weird priest. But you do, honestly.
Thank you,
do.
thank you.
In terms of what the bandits are up to, work-wise, what are you at?
At the moment, I just did a book. I wrote a book, 15 short stories called The Gospel According to Blindboy, because it's fiction and gospels are fiction. And you would enjoy it, actually, because you're a fan of flan, aren't you?
Totally, yeah, totally.
And I'm obsessed with flan myself, you know. Flan was Flan O'Brien, the person who turned me on to comedy. Not comedy, but Flan O'Brien turned me on to the Irish way of comedic thinking, do you know? So the book that I wrote it would be very heavily influenced by Flan. I can't get away from Flan. Simple as, I wasn't trying to, it's just, he's there in my heart, my core, my creative heart is Flan O'Brien and James Joyce as well.
So there's the book, and you're right, Flan O'Brien is the godfather of us all, I think.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. Are you gigging still?
We're still doing gigs, yeah. We did Vicar Street there. We might head over to London for a while. I have a podcast now as well, called the Blindboy Podcast. So we're just arsing around, doing the usual thing, you know? I mean, the thing with people are always asking us, how are you getting on? I always say, like, we've been going for 17 years, but, like, our career trajectory can only be described as, Ashley, you know yourself tipping away. That's our career trajectory. It's never there, it's never there. It's Ashley, you know yourself tipping away. Yeah. That's our career.
I think for everybody who works in Ireland, that's their career.
Yeah, you know yourself tipping away. You know?
Yeah. I wish you luck is the wrong word, okay? Because if any of our lives are dependent on luck, and I'm sure in some weird way they are, that's not a strong platform, but I wish you every bit of strength and power to you in your messing and healing over the next few years. So fair play. Ladies and gentlemen,